when you're asleep. They're just getting started. John Romano, Dave Palumbo, After Hours.
Welcome back, guys, to After Hours. I'm so happy. You know, during these times of quarantine, things can seem depressing and down, and I'm so happy today, and I'm going to tell you why. Because, first of all, I'm Dave Palumbo, as you guys all might know, and I have assembled or reassembled the entire Whack Pack, the original crew back from 2010, with the addition of one member, Gregg Valentino, who should have been there to begin with, but because he was under exclusive contract with our former boss, we couldn't have him. But
I was with you at Muscular Development. I was part of that.
Yes. But so I have Gregg, John Romano, Mr. G joining us as a special guest today, and Jimmy the Bull is getting another tooth pulled, I think. He will be joining us momentarily. So what's wrong with that guy's teeth, John?
I can't believe he's got any left.
Dude, I got to tell you, the quarantine right here, that's the answer to the quarantine right
so
here.
So you got your cookies, huh?
Look at that. Dude, look at that.
You better thank Mr. G.
Oh, Mr. G. Dude, let me tell you something. I don't know where you got this recipe or who makes these, but even my girlfriend, I have to fight her because she doesn't work out. And she's like, oh, my God, those cookies are so good. And I'm like, fucking, it's a waste, though. It's a waste of protein for her to eat this shit. But with your Chips Ahoy or something. Fuck that.
Greg, you know what the funny thing is? I always think I'm texting you, but I'm actually texting your girlfriend. And she asked me more times where the cookies are, I think, than you did. Believe it or not.
Oh, dude, you have no idea. These fucking cookies are banging. They taste like fucking... Dave, if I didn't know better, I know Mr. G, and I know that he's legit, but if I didn't know better, I'd be like, dude, this is just like you know how like moms make those cookies at like, you know, the PTA when you were a kid in school, the brownies. These taste like those fucking chocolate chips. They're unbelievable.
Mr. G cooks them, right, Mr. G? You made the Jumbo Palumbo recipe.
Pastry chef for like the last 40. Well, actually, technically, I've been baking since I've been 10 years old. You know, so. And
John, can you imagine the mess he must have made when he was 10 years old at the house?
Wait a minute. You don't get a company to make that? You bake that?
I have people, but all the recipes are my recipes that I developed over the last 30 years. I've been baking stuff, you know, because of my personal training facility. My clients, I've been making food for them for the longest time, you know, and snacks. And these are all recipes that I came up that I've
Greg,
I've
he
had.
definitely, I guarantee he personally bakes all those cookies. I bet you.
Dude, that's crazy.
As we get busier, I have people working with me, but I mean, I oversee everything. Every one of those batches is individually made.
John, how much money do you think did you bet that Mr. G baked every one of those cookies himself?
Oh, I would bet the whole house on it.
But John, he bakes them with love. No,
Of course.
No, that's why they're so good. The minute he doesn't bake them, they won't taste
those
that
are
good.
ridiculous. But listen, there's fucking how many grams of protein? Holy shit.
50.
Like 50, 60 grams, right? And
My 2-year-old daughter, George, ate half of one of those, which is 750 calories.
Holy shit. Yeah, but they taste
I thought she was
like...
going to explode.
Yeah, but Greg,
Yeah.
you're eating 1,500 calories to get 30 grams of protein.
50 grams of protein.
50 grams of protein.
I
That's
can
the
put
same
more
as
in
in a
it.
big can of tuna fish.
But I understand the 15. I didn't give a shit. I hadn't eaten a calorie in like 3 weeks. All I drank was broth and fucking Diet Jello. So to me, my body just ate that up. But I got to be honest with you. I ate the whole fucking thing right there.
Yeah, but you know what? But honestly, Greg, that's not fair to Mr. G. Because after that, you could eat a car battery and you would have thought.
They are good, though. Did you get your batch, John?
What?
Did you get your cookies?
No, I don't get cookies.
Mr. G, how can you send John any cookies?
You gotta give me your address, John. I'll send you stuff because we also make smaller ones too.
He doesn't want them. He wants the Jumbo Palumbo cookie. That's all people want, Mr. G.
Those are fucking amazing. Look, it's got, look, for you guys out there, Dave Palumbo's on the cover.
George, give a plug. Where can people buy this Jumbo Palumbo cookie again?
Right on MrPottsProtein.net, right on the front of the site. You go right to our site and you can purchase them right there.
Mr. What?
Mr. Potts Protein.
Oh.
MrPotts bodyprotein.com. Now, I just want to let everyone know I have
thought
no
he said-
vested interest. I make no money whatsoever from this. I do this out of the love of my friendship for George for all these years, and he's got a great product.
I got to tell you, they're just as good. Anybody out there watching this, I'm not doing this to blow Mr. G. He's my boy, but they're just as good as your mother or your grandmother's cookies, and they're fucking loaded with protein and all good shit.
Isolized protein too, so.
Isolized. They even fucking isolize.
Only in these cookies
Only
we use
vitamin cookies.
all the species. I use the vanilla.
Yeah.
You use your vanilla ice cream.
Isolized.
Away.
Does he give it to you for a
Mr. D, I thought you
discount?
said bots.
Pot.
Yeah.
No, Mr. Potts.
Not Mr. Bots, Mr. Potts.
I made a cannoli sandwich cookie.
George,
my God.
John, I thought he said Mr. Bots.
You're dealing with a bunch
That's
of
what I
kidneys
thought
here.
he said.
Oh, that's
Mr.
what
Bots.
I want to know, does your brother Bobby eat those cookies?
Yeah, my brother Bob does. Yeah, look, those tins that we had made. My partner Summer. She makes all the branding and all the artwork. She's the one that came up with all these designs and stuff. And we actually private label for some gyms too. We make it with their own labels on them in gyms.
That's a hell of a design right there. You guys should make T-shirts like that.
We can put. Hey, I can make one with all you guys on it. The Whack Pack.
There you go,
Holy
Whack Pack
Christ,
cookies.
There you go.
You
That's
should
a good
do
idea.
that. Holy
Whack
shit,
Pack
man.
cookies.
But the best was, George, when Dave took that fucking cookie, I'm over there like this, my tongue hanging.
I don't want to hear the story again. You're like my grandfather now with the story. He's told the story 50 times as if it's the first time he's telling the story.
And he goes, "That's delicious," and he hadn't even put it in his mouth yet.
Yeah.
It's the biggest story of 2020.
Yeah.
Hey, got 30,000 views. Everyone likes. Look, who know? Everyone loves to eat something sweet at the end of the day. You know.
Oh, those are better than any candy bar. Those fucking things are better than one of those one bar or Quest bars. You do 2 or 3 Quest bars, you either get clogged up or you can't stop shitting.
Yeah.
Well, it's a different product. I mean,
it's all natural ingredients too. So.
Yeah.
1,500 calories too.
I like that. You don't have to eat anything else.
Now,
you're on a contest diet. You got your whole calories.
Hey, Dave.
Yeah.
I got a new cookie.
What?
Jumbo Lights.
Jumbo Lights? What's in the Jumbo Lights cookie?
Lights is 90% less sugar.
Oh, okay. Why don't you make a keto cookie for the Jumbo Light?
90% less.
Wait,
It still contains 100 grams of carbs, probably, John.
George, you should have a picture of him like this, the way he looks now, Jumbo Lights.
There you go.
We also made a cartoon. We got a cartoon coming out, a cartoon commercial.
Do you?
With all you guys in it.
Who's gonna make that for you?
We already had it made. It's in the next week and a half.
Who made that for you?
You can premiere what?
Who made it for you?
I have someone who makes it for us. All this stuff.
I'm dying to find someone who can animate a cartoon for me. John and I wanted to write our own cartoon.
Yeah, we did.
We have the whole script and everything.
I wanted to. All the voices are mine. You know.
Well, that's what I wanted to do. John and I were going to do all the voices. We're going to do the Blackman voice, the Nasser voice,
Well, yeah. I want to use you. I want to, going forward, every 2 weeks we want to make a different one, and then you can premiere it on. You could have it on the show.
Can you give me the guy's name who did the cartoon for you? Is he? I want to get him to do some stuff for us. I have so many ideas. I want to do a whole sitcom.
Yes, I'll give you the guy's name.
We need to get Woody Allen to play Ron Harris, though.
Oh, poor Ron Harris.
I love you, Ron. Don't worry about it. John, explain what bots is, because we mentioned it before. I don't like to make references that our viewers don't know what we're talking about. Tell the bot story.
Beware of the snitch.
Well, you tell the story though. When did they get the bots?
Well, back in the day when we worked for the you know who, he hired a senior editor for the RX for what was it? Fitness RX for women.
Right.
This girl named what was her name?
Shoshana.
Oh, God, Shoshana.
Now Shoshana was a spy she was a spy for Elise Bleckman to get info on what we were doing because nobody could figure out what the hell we were doing.
We didn't know that, though.
Hey, could I just add in one thing? Shoshana, they stuck me with her once, and she threw a fart that was unbelievable. Sulfur farts.
I heard she had gas problems.
Dude, she had the worst farts you ever were around.
Who told us
I
that,
was doing
John?
it at a
No,
show.
Don't you remember that we had Aaron Singerman was talking about the first date and she was constipated.
Oh, he told us that. You're right. Oh
Right?
my God.
Dude,
He couldn't bang her until she took a dump.
Dude, I was with her. I was with her. We did things together, her and I would sit there and be around all these other bodybuilders, and she would throw a fart and walk away. And I would be like,
And you like farts too,
oh,
Greg.
hell no. Huh?
You love farts too.
Yeah, but
normally.
on a skinny ass. On something like Jamie Eastman from behind, maybe. I'm
So
sorry. Go
anyway,
ahead.
the snitch. So Mr. G came up with the term.
No,
every time she was
you're
around.
ruining the story here, John. You're ruining the story because we had rented a Cadillac Escalade to drive everyone around.
Yes.
That Blackman later told people that we bought the Escalade on his credit card or something like that, right? Wasn't that the story?
Well, because it was a limo and we were in Miami. And
No. You're confusing the story. It was at the Arnold Classic.
No,
Excuse me,
it
the
was-
Olympia. It was at the Olympia.
No, it's
we
the
were in a-
Arnold Classic. I was there.
No, it was the Olympia. We were in a Cadillac Escalade driving down the
Vegas.
strip.
That's right. We were in Vegas.
And there was like 4 rows because the thing was huge. It was like me in the front, I think, with John.
No, I was there. That was the Arnold Classic when Bobby, Mr. G's brother, was talking shit about how fucked up what's his name was? Steve's son.
No, I think you're confused.
Jordan.
Listen to me. You were in the vehicle, but I was driving everyone to wherever we were going. And it was Bots, or this Shoshana girl, all the way in the back. She was in the 4th row. Bobby Smalls and George were somewhere in the middle with John, Greg, probably like one of the other guys who work for us. I don't know. Bill Comsack was probably there. And Bobby kept saying, beware of the bots. And I didn't know what he was talking about. Beware of the bots. In other words, we were talking freely about what was going on.
No.
Yeah.
Beware bots stands for beware of the snitch.
Oh, so he
That
kept
means-
saying bots, right?
Bots. He kept saying bots because every time we talked about something that was relevant to what we were doing, he would either say that's a gray area or
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
We didn't know, though. We didn't know she was a
Bots in
snitch.
Italian means stupid.
How did your brother know she was the snitch?
Bots.
How did your brother know she was the snitch, George?
Yeah. I don't know. He must. I don't know. He's pretty perceptive when it comes to stuff like that.
Yeah, he knew.
But I think he was saying
in
it.
business a long time, when you're in business, you can read people.
Dude, I was there, but he was saying it because he was making jokes about Jordan. He was making jokes.
Yeah.
Don't you remember Jordan? Jordan got the money. Jordan's taking George for
Oh, yeah.
Remember he was doing all that shit? And Jordan was like sitting there. He was making jokes about Jordan's just here for the money, and don't you ask your brother? I was with him. He was sitting next to me. I was sitting. Ron Harris's wife was sitting on my lap. Ron Harris was sitting next to me.
I don't know.
I'm telling you, I was there.
I think
But
you're confusing two incidences.
Wait,
Bobby
there-
kept saying, he's in it for the money. He's gonna, he's just there for the money.
This was a different time. He was yelling bots. We didn't know what he was talking about. What he was
Right.
trying to tell us was keep your mouth shut because you got the
she was
snitch in the
there
back
and she
writing
was
down
gonna
notes.
rat.
Right. Not that we were saying
Right.
anything bad or anything like that, but it was funny.
But now
But
there
that
was
was
another time in
ratting
the
on
limo
anyway.
that caused a lot of problems, and I'm pretty sure it was either Miami. I'm pretty
That
sure
was
it
Miami. Yeah, Miami. We talked Blackman into renting the limo to take us
And
to
then
the
he
club.
and then there was no room for him. So him and Elise had to walk, and it was you packed a limo full of people to go 2.5 blocks.
Yeah.
We went,
Well, yeah, but we were
literally,
filming. You got to remember, we were
2.5
filming. We were filming.
Right. And Bleckman and Elise couldn't get in the limo, and that was a disaster for the night. Because, I'm paying for
I'm
the limo.
telling you,
and
I
can't
was
get
there.
in.
I remember all this.
Remember, she was going nuts that we paid for the limo and they couldn't ride the 2.5 blocks. They had
That
to
was a
walk.
crazy night. You don't remember that? We filmed everything. It's somewhere.
That was probably the nuttiest night we ever did.
I was there. I'm telling you, I remember all that shit.
That was
I
we called it
remember-
MD After Dark. You remember?
Yep.
I was sitting next to Bobby. I'm telling you, I was.
I don't
sitting
think
next
Bobby
to
was
him.
there for that one.
Dude, he was so fucking funny. The shit he was saying. He was coming out with everything. He was slaying Jordan with that. Dude, I have the best. I don't want to say him though here. It wouldn't be. But I got some fucking great shit that if I tell you guys, you would die.
Let's hear it. Now you got to tell us.
Yeah, you can't do that. You can't. I fucking hate people that do that.
Greg,
They're saying like, oh, hey, I got something for you.
Now you
where
got to
is
spill it.
You know,
Joe Weider with no shoes on.
Yeah.
that was Ben.
Yeah, Ben Weeder. I was with Bobby. We just did it. Yeah, I just did a what's this box? I'm doing an interview. I just did an interview with Brian Siders, and Bobby was sitting there next to me like this, and I kept taking a video with the camera. I still have it with him with no feet on.
No
He had
shoes.
no shoes on. He was barefoot in the lobby of the Arnold, and all of a sudden he saw Ben Weeder, and then he ran over to Ben Weeder and started telling him about his father and this and that, and all this crazy shit.
It's way worse. It's way worse than that. Mr. G can attest. When Bobby would stay in the room with George, he would walk around naked. And if he had to go get ice, he would just walk down the hall naked, right, George?
You'd answer the door naked, my brother.
Yeah, I don't understand what the naked was about.
Oh, I love him.
Yeah, I saw him walking down the hallway of the hotel naked. I said, "What are you doing?"
This is the truth.
Yeah. He's like, "What? I'm on vacation."
My son Joey, when we were all staying in the same room. Be prepared for your uncle.
Holy Christ. He's the best. He comes, but the thing is, he does it so nonchalant. I know guys who try to act crazy and they do things to get Bobby just does it. You
No,
know
they're
what I'm
both.
saying?
That's because they're both certifiable. They don't have to pretend.
He'll tell me the story about George chasing him. He chased me with the golf club or something. What, you got mad at him or something?
No,
What,
wait,
you
hold
chased
on. Wait, Greg, tell the story that you're not supposed to tell us first before we go into the hatchet story.
Yeah. None of that shit.
Oh man, you're putting me on the spot because I
You put
like
yourself
Steve.
on the spot.
You talk about Steve every single week. What's the
You have
difference?
something to say, you say it. If you don't have something to say, you don't say I have something to say,
Right. That's
and then
right.
don't say it. Either you got something to say or you don't have something to say. It's nothing, there's no gray area. So you got something to say, you said you had something to say, so you say it. You don't not say it after you said you have it to say. When you don't say it, you got to say it. So
Well said.
Say it.
My girlfriend's like, don't say. Shut up.
too late.
Stop it. Mind your business. I like Steve. I get along good with Steve. But one time we all went to meet. You know,
Whoa,
Wait.
stop. You don't get along. You don't get along
I
great
love
with
Steve.
Steve. You ought to take him to fucking court.
Yeah, but we
Hey,
squashed it.
it's not somebody you get along with.
We squashed it.
Yeah, after he paid you and lost. Yeah.
Yeah, but listen, I won. So I feel good about squashing. So one time we're over there, and I'm with Robbie Durand, and it's Steve and Elise and,
Wait, over
and
where?
George. This was the New York Pro, but it was after we were at a restaurant,
A steakhouse.
and
I
you know
imagine
the
that.
right, and they're drinking and
Shoulders
drinking.
rubbed.
But Jordan's sitting there, and Jordan's a little lit, you know, and Steve's a little lit, and Elise was good, and George starts telling us how he's making money, like 10 grand. I goes, I made 10 grand today off this video, and it was a video of him farting and shitting. Now wait a minute, I'm telling the truth. It's a video, and Robbie Durand looks at me like this, and Steve sits back and he goes, "No way, no way, no, there's no way." And George's not getting mad. He's going, "No, I'm telling you, I have the video," and he starts showing us this video, and all you hear is, and you actually see shit in the toilet. And Steve says to him, listen to me. Who would pay 10 grand for a video of you taking a shit when they could shit themselves in the toilet? And now Jordan's getting mad. You're telling me that I'm lying. Are you telling him? So Steve, so Elise says, Steven, give him a chance. You know what I mean? Like, give him a chance, you know.
He's got a talent we might not know about here.
Maybe he's telling the truth, you know. And he's going, what do you mean maybe? He's going, I'm telling you. And he's showing me and Robbie's sitting there, like, you know, we're at dinner. And
Robbie's horrified, probably, yeah.
And you can't see you just see an ass and you see shit hitting the toilet and all this other stuff, right? So finally,
that's my son.
So now they're really lit. So finally, later on, we all get in the car, and we're sitting there, and he's getting calls from his girlfriend, and talking about Jordan. So Jordan's getting calls from his girlfriend, and Steve goes, "Listen to me, Jordan. You better be at work Monday because you're really drunk." And Jordan's like, "I'm going to get fucking hammered even more." And Steve's like, "No, you got to be at work. I don't give a shit." You know, because now it's really late Saturday night into Sunday morning.
He draws circles on a pad at work, yeah. Go ahead.
So he's really fucked up. And he's texting his girlfriend. He goes, "I'm not coming home. I'm staying with her." And he goes to me, I'm not coming home. I'll be out till probably Wednesday or Thursday. And Steve goes, "You better fucking be back at work. I'm telling you, better be there Monday." So, you know, Lisa's like, Steve, calm down, you know. And finally, they stop the limo. Jordan gets out, and he's like, "Fuck you, I won't be there. I'm staying out till Wednesday. I gotta." And he leaves. So now Steve sits, and he turns to Elise, and Elise is like, "Just relax. He'll, you know, just let him do what he needs to do and everything." And then he looks at me and Robbie, and me and Robbie are sitting there like this, and he goes, "You know, I'm very proud of him. He's been making some really good decisions lately." And, you know, and we're sitting there going, wait a minute. What? He just said he's going to get polluted with his girlfriend, who, you know, was a stripper or whatever at the time. And he just told us he's not coming to work till like Wednesday.
He made 10 grand on a shit video too, yeah.
And it's showing us a video. We're trying to eat steak, and all we see is fish, you know. And Steve's like, "No, he's been making some good decisions lately. I think, you know, he just went to a face, but he's doing really well. I'm proud of him." And Elise is like, "Yeah." And we're sitting there, and Robbie Duran's like fucking elbowing me. And I'm like, you know, like, because it was very delusional, you know what I mean? And I like Steve. I do. I'm not trying to tell a like fucked up story, but these are the kind of things. But what I'm saying is, he was blind to that, you know what I mean? Because like, the fucking guy, you know.
It's your son, that's why. It's his son. He wants to see this.
I know a lot of stories. Holy Christ. You know, I'm trying to be normal here, but it was fucked up because here he is showing you these shit videos, telling you he made $10,000.
Where was he making $10,000 from the video, Greg?
That's what Steve said. Steve said, "All right, who paid you?" And he goes, "I'm not going to tell you."
You think it's one of those clips? Like those
and
clips?
Steve goes, "You know why? Because it didn't happen." And then and he's going, No, you don't know that. There's people who will buy anything. And he's going to, "I don't care, it didn't happen. Greg, it didn't happen. You know, Robbie, you know it didn't happen." And then, you know, Elise was a little bit more like, "Give him a chance, maybe." And he's going, Elise, who's going to buy a video of somebody taking a shit?
What if, John, what if Kai took a crap showing his striated glutes? Who would buy that video?
Imagine if the poop was striated too. So.
Who are you talking about, Kai Green?
Yeah.
Oh, there's guys out there just to see Kai's ass would pay for like fucking 10 grand.
Well, you know, we had somebody who had to put him under contract so he could see his ass the whole time.
Is he? Does he have a girlfriend?
Kai,
I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, somebody was telling me he's. I don't know. You can't believe what people say.
You should date that girl Iris, the deal, Miss Olympia.
No,
Diana
could have. No, I think he's dating that. I think he's got a girlfriend he lives with. But no, I wanted to just show you guys. There's a guy, no relation to Bobby Smalls, but Bobby Muscles sent me this shirt. Do you guys see this shirt? It says Planet Trend. Greg, you ought to get one of these.
I'll get whatever. Anybody give it to me for free. I'm a broke ass.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
He's got another one I'm going to wear next show called Soggy
Bobby
Glutes.
Smalls is a hell of a printer, though. Your brother's a good printer. I know he's shown me stuff. He still does that, right?
Yeah,
Anyway,
he does.
I'm trying to give a plug to the guy who sent me the shirt. Hold on a second.
Tell him to send us some.
Bobby, I will. If you wear it, he'll send it to you.
I'll send it to
BobbyMusclesApparel.com. Go on there, Greg, and see which shirt you like. I'll have him send you some.
We're going where?
Bobby Muscles Apparel.com.
Is that Bob Hackett?
What?
I don't know.
That
I'll
Bob
wear
Hackett
it.
that does the trend shirts.
Yeah. That's exactly who it is. Yeah.
Yeah, he's cool. He makes some great shirts.
He sent me
Wait a
this
minute.
Planet Trend. I liked it. And I have the Soggy Glutes shirt. And there's a couple other good ones like I'm Not Natural. They're funny. There's some funny ones on there. So
He
you
sent-
guys
what-
check out his
say-
website. You'll like the shirts. I'm telling
yeah,
you.
Bobby
What's the name
Muscle.
again?
He sent me one that says "Don't blame me," and on the back it says "Blame the trend."
I like it. Well, but what's the shirt? Where do you go to look at these shirts?
BobbyMusclesApparel.com.
Right.
Bobby Muscle.
We'll put it up on the screen.
Apparel.com.
No relation to Bobby Smalls.
No.
Bobby Smalls makes some good shit. He
does.
still does the screen printing, right?
Yeah. He
He
makes
does
all
all
the
the-
Bev Francis
does all-
line.
He does all Powerhouse.
Yeah.
All the Powerhouse.
But does he? Oh,
That's
wait a minute.
Francis.
See, get me that magazine. I got to show Dave and John something. The one where.
Now, George, I have a
selling
question
stuff.
for you.
Did he print this on there? 'Cause
No,
this is-
that's my partner. She does all the artwork for that. We had
Who printed that though? That's a good print.
we have a company that does it for us. We could make, like I said, I have a 1 week turnaround with those.
That's great.
Holy
I can make
shit!
Put your picture on there, whatever we want to do.
I don't want my picture. I'm ugly. I'm an ugly. I got to show you guys something. Wait, give me this.
Hold on.
They're gonna die. Wait, you ready for this? Look at this. Who's this?
Bev Francis and Steve.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Look
That's
at-
crazy.
look at the difference
Steve's got a
in
full head of
one.
hair there. Good one, too.
Look at that.
That's a good picture.
It's a great picture. Both of them.
Great.
Well, that's a lifetime ago, huh?
Dude, you know what's a lifetime ago? This got to be the first magazine I ever saw in bodybuilding, right here. I remember this one.
Wow, Boyer Co.
Boyer Co.
Oh, young Boyer Co. And then look on the back. Look who it is on the back, though. Lou Ferrigno.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Wow, look how young Louis is.
Look
Dan
at-
Laurie.
This is Dan Lourie magazine.
Louis did a Dan Laurie ad? I'm shocked. Must have been before he met Weeder.
Yeah.
Dude, do you know how long? Yeah, I have magazines from the 1930s and 40s here, and in mint condition.
You should sell them on eBay.
She does. She sold so many. If I told you, you wouldn't believe
That's
it.
how Greg pays his rent.
That's it.
Who would have thought? It's
That's
like
it.
comic books, I bet you Louis would buy that magazine from you.
He probably would.
Not if it came from me. He hates my guts.
Why don't
don't
you
get
make
along.
peace? Greg, why don't you make peace with him? Why don't you send him the copy for free and write a nice little note on it?
Because I need the money. Fuck him. He's got the money. He'd buy that shit.
Well, maybe he'll send you something that's like, a little thank you.
Does he make cookies? No. He don't like me because, see...
Well, you wrote
I
the whole
know-
article about him. That's why.
Well, yeah, and I'm friends with his father and his brother. His brother gave... Dave, I got to find it. I have in one of my briefcases. His father gave me his deathbed letter. His mother, gave it to Andy to give to me.
Right.
Woo! I'm not going to say it on here. 'cause I'm not getting
What the
shit
father
from
wrote to Louis, or what Louis wrote to the father?
Yeah, no, what the father wrote to Louis wasn't so nice.
No?
Oh,
You think
I
on
don't
his
wanna hurt
deathbed he would have
anybody.
made peace with his son?
Nah,
dude.
they hated it.
No. He was so upset with his dude. He knew the lawsuit the day the guy died. He sent the lawsuit to Andy. Andy came to me, and he was like, "This motherfucker." If you go to Andy's website, it says we have nothing to do with Lou Ferrigno, the bodybuilder, and it's his brother.
Right.
He sued the company, saying that the father and brother capitalized on the company.
So what the contention was that I guess the Ferrigno weight company that makes the weights, right? Is that what it was?
Yeah, he
Louis-
said that, he hated it because originally the father had dumbbells. I have them here. I have the weights right here in this house. His father had dumbbells that were green.
Right.
So the whole, and he felt like, everybody's going to Ferrigno Fitness and buying all the shit. And my father's making all this money with my brother. What am I getting? This is what his brother told me.
Why didn't they sit down with him and work out some kind of a, like Louis represents the line, gets a percentage of the money,
See,
and then it could have been amicable.
I could tell you why, without getting too deep into it, because especially we're on here, and if he sees it, I don't need no more fucking grief. I want to be left alone, even though you're scumbag. And nobody sues their family. Can you imagine suing your father, for the, imagine if George's father went out,
forget the
and
lawsuit
started
though,
making
because
his-
obviously there was bad blood there. Why couldn't they all
I
sit
can
down?
tell you why. I know where the bad blood came from. I can tell you exactly why.
Tell me.
Let me use an example so we don't get in trouble. Did you ever meet a guy who married a girl, met a girl, and she turns him against his own family? And now he spends all the holidays at her house. He doesn't have anything to do with his own mother, father, don't call, don't do nothing.
So you're saying
Yeah.
it's Louis' wife? That's what you're saying?
I'm not saying that. I'm just telling you that that's what happens in some families.
All right.
I've seen
It's
that
a shame.
happen.
It's a shame
Okay.
because
It happens both ways too. Sometimes guys do it to girls. The girls have nothing to do with their own family. Now they're estranged with their mothers, and and that's why even the deathbed letter and all that shit brought all the shit out. Because the grandfather wanted to see the kids and stuff, and
Right.
he loved the kids, but there's a lot of bad blood there between the adults.
yeah.
You know what I
That's
mean?
sad.
How many guys are watching this? How many guys are watching this right now? Who will even leave a comment? I married this girl. We had kids. Now the kids see their grandparents on her side. They won't even see my mother and father. They want nothing to do
No,
with
it
them.
happens
They
all
don't
the
see
time,
me.
Greg. You're right. You're right. It's
Right,
sad.
happened
It's
with
just
me.
sad though. It's sad that they couldn't work it out before his
It
father
happened
died.
with me. My son, was older when we, my daughter was young when we got the divorce. My son was older, and he didn't want. I was a piece of shit. I was, Meanwhile, I took him to Yankee Stadium. He met Derek Jeter, fucking, what the hell's his name there? Mariano Rivera, fucking,
Greg. She
Me-
brainwashed.
right?
brainwashed-
Exactly. George,
was like an
because
assault.
I think I used to talk to you, George. I think when you and I would talk about this stuff, about the kids and everything. I think I told you about that.
People do that. I mean, because she hated you so much that she wanted to inflict it on your own kid.
Right. But sometimes you get a woman who's such a control freak. You understand? Your
They're afraid
father's
to-
over there making money. Your father's making money. Are you getting any of that money? What do you get? Are you getting any of that money? People think they're buying it from you. Just use an example. That's just an example. You understand? And that's the kind of shit. And then, he told Blackman, Valentino cheapened your magazine. I don't know why he has that shit written in there. Oh, sorry. Everybody wants to hear about biceps. You know why your show, Dave, your shows are great because you give out great information and people love that. And I watch all your fucking shows with that. But then when you have shows like this with us nut jobs on here, people live for these shows.
Of course they
They'll
love
tell
it.
they tell you, Dave, you got Lee Priest to cunt this and cunt that and everything. They love that. I love Lee. He's a fucking,
It's got to
Lee
be
Priest
balanced. It's
guys.
got to be balanced with everything.
Lee is being real to himself. Lee is being who he is. He's not.
If you
he's
ever
not-
met Lee Priest, I sat with Lee Priest in a fucking car. We were sitting in the car. He was telling me, bro, my girlfriend shit on my pillow last night. You know what I mean? He said I went to.
You sure it wasn't Jordan Blackman who shit on his pillow?
No, he said it. He said I was going to do doggy style, and she went out with the cunt shit all over my fucking pillow. I'm just saying. That's the guy. Dude, you meet Lee Priest. That's the what he says to Dave on the show. If you sit and try to talk to him, he's exactly like that. That's not a joke. That's not something that we all do for this camera. We're all fucking nuts. Jimmy the Bull, same fucking thing. Jimmy the Bull's out of his fucking mind. And
We're doing this because we love to entertain and make people feel good about themselves. That's why we make fun of our own self.
Of course.
George,
You know,
and your brother,
show
forget
everyone-
about it.
John, let me ask you a question.
George
John,
is amazing. For the people.
I don't know if you and I can get a word in this show, but
Sorry.
Probably not.
George,
try.
you're amazing. You're fucking the Hulk. The shit that he does, the unfucking believable. Him and Bobby, forget about
let
it.
me ask John a question.
Yes.
Hold on, Greg, 1 second. John, let me ask you a question. You know the other side. You're very tight with Lou Ferrigno. I'm friends with him, but I'm not like tight with him. You've spent a lot of time with Lou. Was Lou upset, you think, the fact that he never really was able to reconcile with his father?
He never let on that he was upset about it. He was just incensed over the issue that it had to exist. But Louis's issues with his father with Matty went way back. I mean, to when Louis was a kid training at A&J's Athletic Club. What was it? A&J's Athletic Club? R&J's Athletic Club. Matty used to ride him like a fucking tractor, and Louis just didn't like. Louis felt he was wrong about a lot of stuff, and Matty was wrong.
Yeah.
And you know, although Matty probably just wanted the best for Louis, but he got more caught up in who Louis was becoming and the fame and all of that. Like, he was out of his mind when he did Pump and Iron. He got to ride in the bus with Arnold and everything. So, you know, I don't think. No, I don't think.
I don't
Louis,
believe that though.
I think it went on for so long that Louis just got calloused about it, and he just didn't like his father.
Listen, I understand. The old man, I knew the father, Matty. He was a cop. He was a sergeant. And he was a New York City cop, and he had that mentality. But he also drove that kid. Because if he didn't drive it, and I'm sorry, Lou Ferrigno, if you're watching this, I know you hate my guts. But I loved your brother, Andy. I love your cousin. I forgot his name. I used to deal with him all the time. And his brother, and his father. Okay? I even met his stepsister. But I'm going to tell you something right now. If that father, if Matty didn't drive him, you wouldn't know who Lou Ferrigno was today. I
disagree with that. I completely.
No, I did it for a reason.
Nah, I disagree with that.
Yeah, but
I think because Louis had a hearing issue, I think his dad pushed him probably harder because he didn't want people to think, to treat him differently, which helped him, but maybe he went too far, obviously.
He went too far, is what happened.
Like The Great Santini, that movie with Robert Duvall.
You're right. Is that Jimmy the Bull?
Now we got Jimmy the Bull.
Now we have the full contingency of the Whack Pack back. I did it. It took a quarantine, anyway. But I did it. I brought him back.
Show that I'm on.
We got them all, John. How did we do this?
Well, we got his shoes.
I think they're looking at me, right?
It took a coronavirus to get everyone.
How do we turn it around?
And of course, he has no idea that his phone is.
Oh, look, he's at the dentist, John.
Look, he's at the dentist.
Well, you weren't supposed to be at the dentist.
The guy's always at the dentist. He goes to the dentist. I thought you can't even go to the dentist nowadays unless it's an emergency.
That's what I thought. How can you be at the dentist?
Backmo.
The fake dentist.
Jimmy, what are you doing there?
Sounds like he's getting them.
I guess he can't talk.
He's getting something cleaned.
Are you getting your tooth pulled?
That's Backmore. Oh, shit.
I think he's getting a massage or something.
I don't know. He's out of his mind.
Oh, look! I can see the dentist thing, the chair.
No, we know he's in the dentist. What is he getting done now? That's the question. Are you going to talk, Jimmy, or should we just continue the show as if you're not there? He's doing a lot of grunting. I think he's getting a blowjob.
Yeah, what the hell is it?
Can you turn the phone around, Jimmy? All right, at least we see. Oh, there we go. All right, now we can see.
I thought you weren't supposed to be at the dentist.
Look at him with the headset on. How funny is he? The poor guy with the teeth.
He looks like RoboCop.
Poor John.
Is he pulling the tooth?
John, are you taking a leak?
So,
yeah.
We can see you in the mirror behind you.
Huh?
We can see you in the mirror behind you.
I know.
Oh.
I'm not ashamed. I'm not ashamed of it.
$10,000 for that video we could charge.
Yeah.
John
you didn't
taking
see
a
the
piss.
front though.
I wish I knew what Jimmy was getting done over there.
I don't know which is going to get more attention, me taking a piss or Jimmy getting his tooth pulled.
He's eating too many Jumbo Palumbo cookies. I think he got tooth.
It hurts, man.
That was a perfect time to take a piss, though, right?
There you go. Absolutely.
So you took the bone out?
Well, a piece of it that was loose I took out.
Yeah.
Now the rest of that little bump is supposed to be there, but the problem is the part that was loose was like acting like a splinter. And it sort of poking your gum.
So there was a piece of bone in there.
Yeah.
That happened to me. Yeah. When they take a tooth out, a lot of times a piece of the fragment will be stuck in your gum. So
I thought it was a steak he ate last night.
From that brontosaurus
And you
bird.
pulled it out.
The piece of
Hey, Greg, did you ever get a bone stuck in your tooth from all that steak you eat?
Right?
Yeah, we got bone, yeah.
So where'd that bone come from? Was that with the tooth we extracted?
Yeah, exactly.
Can we shut him off somehow?
Imagine,
How do you know it's not from the ribeye he ate last night? It got stuck between his teeth.
Yeah.
I've had that happen, John, though. When they extract the tooth, a lot of times the fragments will go into the gum, and then like a year later or something, they'll come out.
I'm going to finish the antibiotics?
Yeah.
have
Oh,
to.
that's terrible.
What?
Yeah.
Stop it.
Yeah, mute him. Well, hold on. I think he's going to talk to us.
Phone that- it's very-
Jimmy, you going to talk to us, or we going to hear the dentist the entire time?
just,
I don't think he knows we're on the phone.
All right, just, mute him for a
So-
second.
So should I gargle with
Mute
the
him.
salt water still?
Yeah, it'll make it feel better. Yeah.
Don't
How about
mute
that
everyone
stuff
else,
you
though.
described to me, that brown bottle. Should I get more of that, or
Jimmy,
No.
John.
It helps.
you want to order for me? Because I drank the whole thing.
What is he ordering? Pizza in the
He has
dentist's
no
office?
idea his phone is on.
Yeah.
He's like a little kid.
John, he is conducting his life as if there is no
So that
quarantine,
phone is
there's
out.
no
You pull it out,
virus.
that's
He
fine.
does everything he normally does. He goes out, he gets oil changes, he gets teeth pulled,
Right.
Tooth pulled.
he goes to the vet hospital.
But how does he?
I mean,
get
it constantly
these people to
hurt, no
comply
matter
with
what. I mean,
He does he know that we're doing a show
I
here?
appreciate it.
this? He is clueless. He's absolutely clueless.
It must,
I'll have
Close up.
Valentino tell him the cookie story again. He'll shut him up maybe.
You got Elon Musk on one extreme, and then you got Jimmy the Bull on the other extreme.
Greg, tell us
When
the
it comes to
cookie story about
technology.
when you were watching me talk about the cookie and you were starving to death in the hospital.
Yeah, you got to hear that again. Greg, tell us about
Hey.
that cookie.
Dude, that cookie is the most amazing thing.
So
Dude, I'm dying. I want to eat the one here, but I got to make the video first. Otherwise, I got
Yeah.
none left. I ate them
Right.
all the first day.
So what's
gonna send you-
the
I'm gonna send you
prognosis?
one, Greg.
You sound like
I'm
you're
gonna
back
send
to
you
normal.
cannoli cookie. Cannoli sandwich cookie I made.
Dude, send it to me. I'll eat it right on camera.
He'll suck the cream out right on the
I'll
camera
eat
for
it
you.
No, but wait, I just want to say something about Ferrigno. I got knocked off.
Oh,
Hey, I don't got nothing against Lou. He hates my guts. Okay, I'm friends with his brother. His brother didn't grow up fucked up. His brother loves his father. Brother loves his mother. I just believe that the father drove Louis because he saw something in Louis. You understand what I'm saying?
yeah.
That's what I think. I think he saw something, so he needed to drive him. You know what I mean? Does that make
Had he
sense?
not done that, Lou would never be where he is today.
Thank you. That's what I'm saying.
I like Louis. I met Louis. I think he's a great guy.
I know Louis. I disagree with that. Louis was very driven, extremely driven. Matty was riding his coattails.
Yeah, but Matt had to be tough on him. Yeah, how come he's good with this rest of his family?
Because the rest of his family's not rich and famous.
Yeah.
I don't know.
My father
Yeah.
once told me, he goes, I didn't want to push you too hard as a kid in sports because I didn't want you to hate my guts later in life. And I didn't understand it when he originally told me that when I was younger. I said, you should have pushed me. I would have been a better athlete. And now as I got older, I understood what he meant. He goes, you have to, they could guide you, but you have to ultimately, the drive has to come from within you. Otherwise, you will resent the person who's pushing you. And I understand that he was a hard
I
ass
understand that part too. I
and
get
I
that
understand he
part.
didn't want his son to be looked at as weak or like have a disability. But at some point, you have to say, okay, the ball's in his court now. I led him to the promised land. Let him go take it if he wants it. If not, I'm washing my hands of this.
But he did. He went his own way. Started doing the fucking the equipment company. And let me tell you something. He even said in the movie Pumping Iron that Lou was a shy kid because of his because of his disability.
But
right, he had the disability.
Right.
He used to go to Brooklyn all the time. I bought shit from him in like 1979.
yeah, but you know what,
I still
Greg?
got it.
Greg, hold on. In defense of Louis, and like I said, I don't have any stake in this battle. Why didn't Matty sit down with Louis and say, "Hey, look, listen, Louis. Whatever. Maybe we don't get along as well as we should. Maybe your wife doesn't like me or whatever, or our family. But we are still the Ferrignos. I would like to.
Jimmy the Bull.
I would like to make a weightlifting line. I want to give you 50% of the profits. I'll run the whole thing. We'll use your name and your likeness as the Hulk, and we'll make money together. Why didn't they just do that? I mean, that would have solved the problem. Money separates families all the time. It drives me crazy when I see it.
I think it's because Matty was too controlling.
Listen,
But Louis wouldn't have had to do anything. They would have just given him half the money to use his name and likeness, and Matty would have run the company. Louis didn't want to run a weightlifting company.
Yeah, but I understand that. I think Lou was good with it until, you know what I mean?
Well, they
I'm
weren't
just
paying
telling
the
you.
guy. Of course
They
he
had
was
that
pissed off.
But let me ask you a question. If you're making money now, you're in movies, you're doing your own TV show, and your father Sal decided to open a Palumbo's, whatever, you'd be happy that he could make that money.
Yeah, but if not, if he didn't include me in it, and they're using my likeness.
That's your father. You got your name.
It doesn't
from your
matter though.
father.
But why wouldn't his father, if he loves his son, say, "Hey Lou, I want to include you"? He should have left it up to Lou to say, "You know what, Dad? Do it on your own. I don't need the money." You know.
Well, we don't. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know the whole. I know what Andy told me. Okay.
Yeah.
Now I don't know if Lou. If I got Andy on here, he might tell you my father tried to talk to Lou, but Lou didn't want it.
It's possible.
You know what I mean? I don't know. But all I know is the rest. You know, he got along with his Andy and a cousin. The cousin worked there. I know. I bought equipment off these guys in the '70s.
The Barbarian
brothers
brothers bought equipment from them, right?
Huh?
Didn't the Barbarian brothers buy equipment from them too? That's the notorious story. They drove down. They were in a Volkswagen and filled it up with equipment and went back to Rhode Island.
Maddie was giving me shit, and Andy, they were giving me shit. Here, take this. I still got all. I got it here in this house. You know, I got nothing against Lou, but when he started,
Gregg's got every last piece of cloth, clothing, posters on the wall. You're like a museum over there. I can only imagine what your house. It must look like a throwback to the '70s.
I know Gregg's got
Jimmy
everything.
the Bull. Jimmy the Bull. Look who that is.
I think we muted Jimmy.
We did. It's the only way you can do a radio
No,
show.
Jimmy, you see who that is, right? Can you see who that is?
Where's the poster of Lee Haney that you like to show all the time? People hate when you show that poster.
Jimmy, that's I can't hear Jimmy.
Let's see the
We
cookies.
muted him, that's why. We can't unmute him, sorry. He's going to be pissed after the show's over. I know.
Steve.
Jimmy, look. Oh shit.
Now you hear me now?
Yeah, now I hear you. Look.
Hold on, you're
Who's
moving it
that,
around
Janet?
too much,
Is
Greg.
that
It's
Janet?
not focused.
That looks like, what's his name? Dan, not Dan.
That's Steve Weinberger.
Get the fuck out of here.
It's back in the day with Bev, yeah.
That's Steve Weinberger.
That don't even look like him, man.
Look. That's Steve Weinberger.
Let me see. I was looking at the girl. Yeah. Oh yeah, it's Steve. Holy shit.
Ain't that crazy?
That's amazing.
I wonder if Steve has that still. You should send Steve that.
I didn't know you could. I didn't know you couldn't hear me. I was talking. Now
I couldn't hear you. I couldn't
You
hear you
didn't,
just
you
now.
didn't even acknowledge like I fucking died, and you're like,
No, we didn't
Because
hear
you were
you.
sitting on the dentist chair talking to the dentist. What are we going to do? Listen to you talk to the dentist?
Dave,
Oh,
let me tell you, I couldn't talk for 2 weeks.
You know why?
Huh?
You got to eat better. You
got
gotta eat
COVID,
this
that's
right
why.
now. You need to start. Look at George. Did you see the fucking cookie George made?
Don't tell the cookie story again. I was only kidding before.
What the fuck is that?
Dave, this is a chocolate chip cookie made by George.
That thing, look, I thought it was a frisbee. Let me see how big that thing is.
Dude, it's huge.
What the hell? What's on the cover? Is that like the Hulk's fist there or something? What is that?
Jumbo Palumbo.
It's called a Jumbo Palumbo
The
cookie.
Jumbo
And you know-
Palumbo mass building cookie.
Dude, Dave took it out of the
That's a
plastic.
little ass kiss in there if I ever saw some boy.
Yeah, where's the Jimmy the Bull cookie?
Yeah, where's the Jimmy the Bull cookie, Georgie?
I'll make you one. Tell me what flavor you like, and I'll make you a Jimmy the. We'll make you a Jimmy the
You gotta
Bull.
make it look like a
I
bull,
want
though.
people to remember me by eating my cookie, okay?
Jimmy, Dave took this out of the wrapper and he broke a piece off and he goes, "Oh, it's so delicious."
There we go.
And we didn't
It's
even
the
eat it.
story again.
15 times in one episode.
That might be a
Let me just tell
record,
you what
yeah.
happened.
Call me
I tell you what
Sal.
happened here? Can I tell you what happened real
Broken
quick?
record.
All right, what happened with your tooth now?
I'm gonna tell you, I got the tooth pulled, like a week and a half ago.
Yeah.
And after it started to heal up, I had this lump on the fucking side of my gum, on the inside, the tongue side.
Yeah.
With like a giant, and I couldn't eat. My tongue was rubbing on. I went back on antibiotics. I don't know what the fuck it was. I called the guy. I said, "Listen, something's wrong. I got extreme pain. It's my throat is hurting. I don't know what the fuck." So I went in there. Now he was digging it. You know what it was? A fucking piece of bone was stuck in the gum.
Yeah.
Sticking out of the gum.
So you're not supposed to eat steak the night before you get a tooth pulled.
John, I'm still coming down to your house.
Oh, by the way,
right now.
Jimmy.
The door is open. Your
Hold
room
on.
is ready.
Jimmy, you know how
I
you
have to
said
be
you need to make money?
Your room is empty.
Jimmy,
Yeah.
you know how you told me you need to make money? I got a solution. And you don't need to live in New York to do it. Go into your bathroom, bring your phone with you, make sure you reverse the camera, and take a dump make sure you fart a few times first. Record it, and Jordan Blackman he'll get 10 grand for that video. What do you think about that? That could move you down to Florida here.
I heard go in the bathroom with my phone, fart a few times, and take a dump.
Right, but videotape it.
And videotape. So then what do I do with it? Then what I do?
Jordan Blackman will sell it
Do
for
I send
10
it to
grand.
China? What do I do after that?
He's got a buyer. We got a buyer for it.
You got a buyer?
$10,000. We got a buyer.
Wait a minute. They exclusively want to see me do
Greg
that,
wants 10% of the proceeds, though, if he sells it off for you. All right.
Wait a minute. So this person wants to just see somebody do that?
No, we need a celebrity like you, Jimmy the Bull.
Oh,
you might even get 15 grand for your shit because Jordan Blackman is really known, right? And he got 10 grand, so.
Oh my God! I heard it all, man.
Yeah, Jimmy the Bull.
This is why the fucking world's ending.
If you can shit iron dumbbells out of your ass, I bet you probably get 20 grand for the video.
Yep, I'll bet he gets 20.
Just no bones, no pieces of bone, no bone shards out of your ass.
All right, so let me ask you: should I eat some species? I gotta. Eat
the fiber life, yeah, so it slides out a little easier.
So
you don't want to rip your ass or anything.
So I want to get a nice Carvel color, coming out of there. I don't want it to be, I don't want to eat nothing that's going to give me like something that's going to be disgusting. Right. I want it to be a nice, easy, smooth transition.
That's right.
Out.
That's right. So so now you told me on text you're definitely moving. You're coming down to visit after all this is over.
Listen. I don't know what's going to happen here, but as soon as they lift the gates I could travel a little bit, I'm packing up and getting the fuck out of here. I don't want to be in New York no more, bro. I'm done. I'm done. Listen,
you've been saying that for years.
I don't care. I mean it this time. I fucking had it up here, man. The weather, the fucking people, the streets. I'm fucking sick of it. I'm done with New York. Done. I had it up to here with fucking New York. I'm leaving everything behind. I'm leaving my dresses in the house. Well, I'm just taking my underwear, some jeans, my bike. I'm getting the fuck out of here. I'm leaving everything in the house. I'll call my brother. I said, whatever you want, dresses, whatever, mirrors, whatever, whatever, just take it. I'm out of here.
I'm writing down the name. That's the name of the episode. Jimmy leaving New York right now.
I'm leaving New York. Yeah, yeah. Do that. Please do that. Because I'm going to stand by it. I fucking had it.
Gregg Valentino eats a cookie and Jimmy the Bull leaves New York. That's
well, Greg is the only one going to be left in New York then, John.
I know.
We all started out there, and now we're all out of there.
G, where's Mr. G?
Oh, he's in Jersey. He's on the Jersey Shore.
The Jersey Shore. They actually close. You can't even. What crazy this governor did? You can't even park along the beach and park your car and look at the water. They put cones. You're not allowed to park.
So you haven't been surfing then, huh?
It's ridiculous.
No, you can't even go.
Did you ever surf the 100-foot wave?
No, I have friends. I have my friends that did.
Tom's River is nice.
Surfers.
I like Tom's River. That's where you are, George?
Yeah, I'm right now. I'm at Point Pleasant. Believe it or not, Riverfront Park, the only park that they let open. They close all the parks. That was real smart. Close all the parks and leave one open.
I was there over the winter. I went to sushi bars, and they don't serve alcohol in the sushi bars there in Tom's River.
Bring your own.
Yeah, it was the weirdest fucking thing. I sat down. I was getting ready to have a nice sushi meal, and I ordered a sake and a fucking carry bin. They says, no, we don't serve
You got to bring your own sake.
I didn't know that. So I left, and I actually went to another sushi restaurant, figuring, maybe they just had their own rules. And it was like that all over Tom's River.
Yeah, that's pretty much how it is. Yeah, so a lot of these places will have like a liquor store right next to it,
That's smart.
Yeah, but I just thought that was the strangest fucking thing. I'm at a Japanese restaurant. I can't get sake while I'm fucking having.
The strange thing is that you left the restaurant even though you were hungry just because they didn't have alcohol. That's the strange part.
Yeah, that's right. I left there and I went to another one and they said the same shit. And then I left that one and I went to some Joe's Bar and Grill bullshit. I went there and I had a fucking hamburger.
Obviously, you weren't that hungry. Yeah, you just wanted a drink.
I wanted to.
Gotta have a beer.
Yeah, I wanted to sit down and have a beer and a meal, But when I'm at the sushi place, I like to get the. I know you like I'm starting to drink the unfiltered one.
I told you that was good. Jimmy and I shared a sake recently. Yeah.
I actually went to Kahaku's the other night to do takeout, and I bought one or two bottles of the unfiltered sake. I love it.
Good, right? Really good. I love the unfiltered.
Fucking really, I never realized that the unfiltered sake was.
You can drink that stuff really quickly too. You get drunk very fast on that stuff.
It's expensive though. I mean, a small bottle was like.
You got to buy it in like a specialty supermarket. It's way cheaper. You know.
Yeah, it was like $25-$30 for like a little.
Oh really? Oh wow, yeah, it is expentive. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was.
Jimmy's complaining about John that he has no money. He's buying $25 bottles of sake.
Well, ever since you turned me on to it, you know.
Hey, Jimmy, I know how you can make money. Do Uber.
Yeah, I thought about that actually.
Listen to me. Listen to what I'm going to tell
you.
He'd
be cursing everyone. Are you kidding me?
My son does Uber, he's on Long Island. He's out east.
Not Uber Eats. He does, right?
No, he does Uber Drive. You can do both. You can have both, but he does.
I don't want nobody in my fucking car. So I think I'd rather do the Uber Eats because you just.
I don't think they have Uber. I think they don't
Tyler
have
used to
do
Uber here, right? You quit though, right?
I still can.
He still does it once in a while.
I'd be doing the Eats right now. I didn't know you can even pick up people.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I don't think can you pick up people with Uber now with the quarantine?
Yeah.
I don't know about. I don't know.
Yes. 100%. My son's doing it right now in Long Island.
He's probably the only one out there. That's why he's making so much money because no one wants to pick anyone up.
No,
I think Greg went and go take that shit. He's working on that 10,000 right now. He left the show. He's gone. They don't. You know, Uber Eats is probably a very good moneymaker right now.
Because, but I don't know if it may not be available where you are. But if you do, look, what's the big deal with the drive? You do it during the day. You can make over $1,000 a week.
Is that what your son's making?
I don't know if I want people in my car. I can't take people, period. I got to have somebody in my fucking car.
You like to talk to people, though, Jimmy.
That's true.
Jimmy,
put the plastic down on the seats like the old Italians used to do on the couches.
They're gonna think I'm gonna hit on them. If I put plastic down, they can't.
Yeah, I think you're gonna take them out.
Oh, but Jimmy, wear your biking gear, like your biking thing. They'll be scared to say anything.
Yeah, right. Yeah. You get in my car, I got my biker shit. I got plastic on the back seat. They're gonna think I'm gonna fucking rob you. You know, before your brains out, take your money, wrap you up in the plastic, throw you out the fucking back door in the swamp somewhere.
That's right.
Hey, don't eat sushi.
Go to the next victim.
Don't eat sushi, Jimmy. You don't eat sushi when you go there, right?
Let me tell you something.
He loves sushi.
I gotta tell
you kidding me?
I do love sushi, but right now is probably the worst time to really order, you know, go to a takeout and get it because it's not moving like it should. So I did eat the other night when I ordered that unfiltered sake the other night. I got some sushi, a couple of hand rolls.
Yeah.
I had diarrhea for the next 2 days. I can't believe it.
Jimmy, my friend caught a tapeworm.
My Montezuma's revenge, man. I was sake. It wasn't the sake, John. It was from the sushi because the restaurant doesn't. He's not putting out like he normally does. So
fresh fish.
Right.
They're making them out of Bragoles.
The one I go to on Friday, you got to freaking order 2 hours in advance.
Really?
Wow. For sushi, yeah.
Must be vegan.
That's a good sign. That's a good sign. That means people it's moving.
They're turning it over.
This guy I went there, he doesn't want to throw his fish out because he's going to lose money. So it ain't moving, and he's holding on to his fish as long as he can. So now you eat it, it's really not good. It's not good to do. So
if I owned a sushi restaurant, I wasn't selling it. I would just cook the fish and eat it, wouldn't you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, yeah. At this point, I probably go to the supermarket, get some flounder or something, and cook
Dave,
it.
my friend caught a fucking tapeworm. If you saw the shit that he went through, a tapeworm from sushi.
Did you know that they were selling tapeworms? Girls were buying it to lose weight. Remember that, John? That story we talked about that time?
You won't catch a tapeworm eating this. You won't catch no tapeworm eating this.
Greg, people were purposely putting tapeworms in there.
No, Jimmy, it's true.
Greg's camera's not working.
It broke out of his ass.
Greg, turn your camera on. I'm looking at nothing.
It's snapped back up.
I'm ending this whole dialogue. We've been doing this too long anyway. Yeah, we're way over now. I have a headache. That means we've gone far long enough.
Well,
guys,
we'll continue this next week.
I love you guys. I can't believe I got the entire Whack Pack original crew back. I know our fans are going to freaking love this. George, keep up the great work with the Jumbo Palumbo cookies and all the cookies over at Mr. Potts, protein.net.
I am Bull Cookie.
Guys, check out BobbyMusclesApparel.com if you want to get your trend shirt. Greg, what are you selling? Old movie posters? I mean, old magazines at eBay?
Selling old magazines.
What does a magazine like the Weinberger one cost?
I don't. My girlfriend charged, I think, $35.
Wow.
People are putting it up there for. Oh yeah, she's made over 50 grand. Well over 50 grand.
Are you
selling
serious?
Old magazines. Yeah.
Really? You paying taxes on it?
I don't know what you're talking about.
John, what are you promoting? Are you selling anything?
I'm buying.
Dude,
John,
I'm
John's got his own podcast over at the with Rich Gaspari over. What's the address of that one, John?
Actually, I'm uploading to iTunes today. So.
What's the latest episode?
Right now, you can go on YouTube and search Dragon Slayer Media.
Right.
And you'll find Fitness, Fame, and Fortune. There's 4 episodes uploaded, but I'm
the best one is the one with me, but that's okay.
What's that?
The best one was the one that I was on, but
yes, the best one was the one you were on. Yeah, and you got to add 47 views to that one because I took the first one down. It had 47 views.
all right.
So you take the number there and add 47, and that's yours was the best one.
You guys will have a lot of views once people catches on to it. It's a good show with you and Rich Gaspari.
I got over 500 views your show.
Yeah, it should have more than that, but it's gonna get more once people know it's there.
Yeah, that was only the first week.
Yeah. George, what can we expect from you in the future? What's the latest food that you're coming out with? Anything new?
Well, we're going to come out with obviously we came out with a weight gain cookie. We're going to come out with called the Jumbo Light.
All right,
So
you'll send it to me. I'll sample it. I'll put it up. Everyone will know it's there. Are you selling a lot of cookies?
I want to do a cooking contest, which since everyone's home baking. I want to do a baking contest.
Okay.
People send in their best protein cookie, and then they have to make it with species protein.
Right.
And then we'll make the cookie, and we'll have a contest. They gotta send a dozen. I'll talk to you about the contest after.
All right. Who's gonna judge it?
Right. We'll all judge it. They have to send a dozen. They'll send a dozen to me, and then I'll ship them out to each one of you guys.
Too complicated. Why don't we just send them all to Greg and let Greg eat them all?
Yeah, right.
Greg will be the judge.
Good.
Greg will judge.
Greg will love them all.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, right here, baby. This is
We'll
the
do it.
best.
Greg will be like 300 pounds. He'll be like, what the hell happened to you? He goes, all you
We
eat
need
is...
one. Hey,
was
you
in a
gotta make the
coma a
Jimmy the
week
Bull
ago. Now he
cookie. The
weighs
thing's
I
gotta
eat
weigh like
cookies all
5
day long,
pounds.
yeah.
We need a Jimmy the
Hey,
Bull
what
cookie.
happened to us going to Vegas and getting a house and doing the cooking?
go find
Jimmy, we have a
anywhere
quarantine
right now.
going on. No one's going anywhere. We got to come up with
Except
original
him.
ideas.
Except him.
Except him,
He's
right.
going everywhere.
You
I
should
had an
get
emergency, John. I had an emergency.
get on your bike, Jimmy, and drive to Alaska. That's what I think you should do. And chronicle the whole thing on video.
I'm
Go to
not going to
Montana.
the snow land. I'm going south. I ain't going.
Well,
to
it's
the
getting
fucking
warm
snows,
now.
man.
It's spring. Oh,
I'll
Alaska's
take the
nice
bike
in
and I'm
spring.
going to come down there. That's what I'm going to do.
Yeah. We keep
All right,
hearing
guys. We got to wrap it up. That's about it for today. Thank you, George. Thank you, John, Greg, and Jimmy the Bull. And guys, the great news is we'll be back again next week. Stay tuned.
Yes, definitely. And Lou Ferrigno, I got nothing against you, but you started it.